Dear students, welcome to s.mathguru classes. So our main discussion is application of partial differential equation. Now let us consider one problem. Solve completely the equation del square y del t square equal to c square del square del x square, representing the vibrations of a string of length L fixed at both ends. Given that y of 0 comma t equal to 0 and y of L comma t equal to 0 and y of x comma 0 equal to fx and del t of y of x comma 0 equal to 0 and 0 less than x less than 1. The condition is that 0 less than x less than L. This is our condition. So solution is start. So first we consider here what are given: del square y del t square equal to c square del square y del x square. This is number 1. And next our function is t and x, and y is the function y equal in terms of t and x. So let y equal to x of x, t of t, this number 2, where x is a function of x only and y is a capital Y is a function capital T is a function of t only. X is a function of capital X is a function of x only, and capital T is a function of t only. Now here del square y del t square given. So now del y del t. T means x is constant. So x we differentiate with respect to t, then x constant. We get del t del t. Again differentiate on both sides with respect to t, del y del t. This is x del t del capital T del t. We get this, and this implies del square y del t square equal to x del square t del t square. We get this one. If we taking second order partial differentiation, we get this. Again right hand side del square y del x square. Again we get del y del x. Then t is constant, t del x del x. Again differentiating with respect to x on both sides. This one t constant del x del capital X del x, and this implies we get del square y del x square t del square x del square. So we get the values of del square y del t square, del square y del x square. These are the values of this del square y del t square, del square y del x square. These two values. And putting these values in equation number 1. Now 1 implies 1 is del square y del t square. This value we get x del square t del t square. This one. And c square remains same. And this is del square y del x square. This value is this t del square x del x square. We get this one. So we dividing both side by this. This is 1 by c square t del square t del t square. This is 1 by x del square x del x square. Variable separation. And we taking this one left hand, this one on right hand side. 1 by x del square x del x square. This equal to 1 by c square t del square t del t square. This equal to, we consider p square. Say minus p square we consider. So these two are equal, we consider another equal number, this. Now this equal to minus p square, this equal to minus p square. So this implies 1 by x del square x del x square equal to minus p square, and 1 by c square t del square capital T del t square equal to minus p square. And this one multiplying on right hand side, del square x del x square minus p square x. This is taking in left hand side, p square x equal to 0. We get this, and here also multiplying this, del t square minus p square c square capital T. And this is taking in left hand side, del square t del t square plus p square c square capital T equal to 0. We get this one, p square c square capital T. Now we solve this first, next we want to solve this. This is p square c square t. We get this. From this we taking x common, and del square del x square we consider capital D. So this is capital D plus p square x equal to 0. So auxiliary equation equal to m square plus p square equal to 0. Then m square equal to minus p square, and m equal to plus minus root over minus p square. This is plus minus pi. So m equal to, we get this. Therefore solution x equal to c1 cos px plus c2 sin px. This is x, we get this sin px. So we get x. Again we consider this one. Again del square t del t square p square c square t equal to 0. So this is d square plus p square c square into t, this equal to 0. So auxiliary equation equal to m square plus p square c square equal to 0, m square equal to minus p square c square, and m equal to plus minus root over minus p square c square equal to plus minus pc I. Root over minus means I, and p square c square means pc. We get this. Therefore this is t equal to, we get c3. The roots are imaginary, so c3 cos pct cos PCT plus C4 sin PCT. We get this is the value of C and T, and this is the value of X. And putting these values of T, X and T in equation number 1, 2. Now 2 implies 2, we know y equal to, this is xt, xxtt. So y equal to the value of x we get c1 px, c1 cos px plus c2 sin px, c2 sin px, and the value of t, this one, c3 cos pct plus c4 sin pct, this one. So this is the value of y, and this one you consider number 3. This is number 3. Since the first condition given, y of 0 comma t equal to 0, since y of 0 comma t equal to 0, that means our function is this function y of x comma t. Originally y of x comma t is the function. So the value of x comma t means x given 0. When x equal to 0, then y also 0. So putting x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in equation 3, we get, in equation 3 we get y equal to 0 putting and x also 0, c1 cos p into 0, c2 sin p into 0, c3 cos pct plus c4 sin pct, we get this. This implies 0 equal to cos 0 is 1, this is c1, and sin 0 is 0, this is 0, and this one c3 cos pct, c4 sin pct, this one, and ultimately we get 0 equal to c1 c3 cos pct plus c4 sin pct, we get this. If you solving this, then c1 equal to 0, because this cannot be 0. This implies c1 equal to 0. We putting the value of c1 in equation number 3. Now 3 implies we putting the value of c1 equation number 3, y equal to, this is 0, c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into c3 cos pct plus c4 sin pct, we get this one, and this is cancelled, we get y equal to c2 sin px, c3 cos pct, c4 sin pct, we get this one. So this is number 4 we consider. Number 4. Again, second condition, y of L comma t equal to 0. That means x equal to L and y equal to 0. Since y of L comma t equal to 0, that is when L equal to 0, y also 0. So putting this value here, number 4 implies 0 C2 sin px and sin px C3 cos pc. This one, our condition is LT. L comma t equal to 0, that means x equal to L. So I am putting x equal to L and this equal to t, LT. X equal to L, this is PL here. C3 cos PC T, C4 sin PC T. We get this one. And if we solving this, this will be sin PL equal to 0 we get. If we solving, we get this one. And sin PL equal to 0. But we know this one formula. If sin theta equal to 0, then theta equal to, then theta equal to n pi. And n belongs to I, set of integer. So here we get sin theta equal to 0, then PL equal to n pi. And this is P equal to n pi by L. We get this n pi by L we get. Now putting the value of P in equation number 4. Now 4 implies in 4 we get y equal to C2 sin px. P means n pi x by L, and this is C3 cos PCT. P means n pi CT by L, C4 sin n pi CT by L. We get this y equal to this one. Now this is number, this is 4, this will be 5 we consider. This number 5. Now here del t of y given. Del t of y equal to 0 given. So we differentiating with respect to t. Now del y del t, this is C2 sin n pi x by L. This will be constant because it differentiate with respect to t. This is variable. And if we define the ddx of cos means minus sin, C3 sin n pi ct by L into, if we using same rule, then n pi c by L, and this will be C4. ddx of cos, sin means cos n pi ct by L, and if we using same rule, then n pi c by L. We get this one, and this implies del y del t, this is C2 sin n pi x by L minus n pi c by L C3 sin n pi ct by L plus n pi c by L C4 cos n pi ct by L. We get this one. This condition we get any differential with respect to t. This is number 6 we consider. Now our given condition del t of y x comma 0 equal to 0. That means del y del t equal to 0 when t equal to 0. This is x comma t equal to 0. Since our condition given, since del t y of x comma 0 equal to 0. That means del y 0 and t also 0. So we get therefore del y del t equal to 0 and t also 0. We are putting this value in 6. Now 6 implies this is 0 equal to c2 sin n pi x by L and n pi c by L c3 sin n pi c dot 0 by L. So we get this and plus n pi c by L c4 cos n pi c0 by L. We get this. So this implies 0 c2 sin n pi x by L sin 0 0. This is 0 and this is n pi L c c4 L c4 and cos 0 is 1. This one we get. So we get finally 0 equal to c2 c4 n pi c by L sin n pi x by L. We get this one. So if we calculate this one, then c4 equal to 0. Here we have the equation 5. So putting the value in equation 5, since 5 implies in 5 y equal to c2 sin n pi x by L cos n pi c, this is c3 cos n pi ct by L. This is c4 means 0 we get. In question number 5 I write this one, so I rewriting this is c4 is 0 and sin n pi ct by L. We get this. So if we calculate this one, y equal to c2 c3 sin n pi x by L cos n pi ct by L. This is 0. So we get finally this one we get, and putting this is bn sin n pi x by L cos n pi ct by L and where bn equal to C2 C3. Bn equal to C2 C3. Y of x comma 0 equal to fx. Since y of x comma 0 equal to fx, therefore applying y equal to fx, and second number is t, and t equal to 0 in 7 number equation, we putting y equal to fx and t equal to 0, then we get f of x equal to bn sin n pi x by l cos n pi c 0 by l. So this implies f of x equal to bn sin n pi x by l, and this is 1 we get. This one cos 0 means 1. We write only this one. So after putting this is t equal to 0, this cos 0 is 1, we get this one. And this bn means C2 C3 can be calculated using Fourier sine series. This bn we can calculate by Fourier sine series, and the formula is that bn equal to 2 by l integration 0 to l fx sin n pi x l by l dx. By using calculate this, we get a result, and putting this result in place of bn. Thus, the required solution of the equation is y equal to bn sin n pi x by l cos n pi ct by l, and this bn, where bn is given by equation 8. If we solving this equation, we get a result, and this result we putting here in place of bn, we get the required solution. But in general, we write this is the solution. So answer is y equal to bn sin n pi x l cos n pi ct by l. This is the complete solution of the given problem. This is most important for engineering courses, and this, if we solving this problem, we get marks minimum 6 or 7 marks will come in your exam. This is most important and lengthy problem. So dear students, I hope you are all enjoying with me. If you are all enjoying, then please share this video to your other friends, engineering friends or BHC major also. So if you are getting interest, then please like this video and click the bell icon. Thank you.